Hey y'all, ready to explore the Lone Star State? Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to embark on a Texas-sized adventure. From the bustling streets of Houston to the vibrant music scene of Austin, the historical landmarks of Dallas, and the cultural richness of San Antonio, we're covering it all. Let's dive into the best places to visit and eat in each city. And yes, we're definitely talking Texas BBQ. Get ready to loosen your belt and say howdy to some seriously good grub. First stop, Houston. Now you can't visit Houston without feeling that space age energy. That's why our first stop is none other than Space Center Houston. It's like stepping onto the set of a sci-fi movie, except it's the real deal. You can check out actual spacecraft, touch moon rocks, and even meet an astronaut. I mean, how cool is that? You might even bump into Matthew McConaughey while you're there. You never know. He's a big fan of space, and well, he's from Texas, so it tracks. All that space exploration is going to work up an appetite. Luckily, Houston is a foodie paradise, and we're heading to a place that's out of this world. The Breakfast Klub. This ain't your grandma's breakfast joint, folks. We're talking chicken and waffles that'll make you want to slap your mama, but in a good way. I'm talking fluffy, golden brown waffles topped with crispy fried chicken and drizzled with sweet, sweet syrup. It's a flavor explosion in your mouth, guaranteed to fuel you up for more Texas adventures. Next up, we're moseying on over to Austin, the live music capital of the world. But hold your horses, music lovers, because first we gotta cool off from that Texas heat. And there's no better place to do that than Barton-Springs-Pool. This ain't your average swimming hole, folks. It's a natural spring-fed pool that stays a refreshing 68 degrees year-round. You can take a dip, soak up the sun, and maybe even catch some live music while you're at it. Because hey, this is Austin after all. Alright folks, it's time to talk BBQ. And when you're in Austin, there's one name that reigns supreme: Franklin Barbecue. Now be prepared to wait in line because this place is legendary. But trust me, the brisket is worth every single minute. It's so tender, so juicy, so smoky. It'll make you want to slap your daddy. Again, in a good way. I'm talking melt-in-your-mouth goodness that'll have you dreaming of Texas for years to come. Next stop, Dallas. We're trading in our cowboy hats for a trip back in time at the 6th floor museum at Dealey Plaza. This museum chronicles the life, assassination, and legacy of President John F. Kennedy. It's a somber but important part of American history. And the museum does a great job of presenting the events of that fateful day. It's a moving experience that'll stay with you long after you leave. After a trip through history, it's time to satisfy those rumbling stomachs. And in Dallas, there's no better place to do that than Pecan Lodge. Now this ain't your fancy pants BBQ joint. It's the real deal, with picnic tables, long lines, and some of the best darn BBQ you'll ever sink your teeth into. We're talking juicy brisket, fall off the bone ribs, and sides that'll make you want to slap. Well, you get the idea. Last but not least, we're heading south to San Antonio, a city with a rich history and culture. And speaking of history, you can't visit San Antonio without paying your respects at the Alamo. This iconic mission is a symbol of Texan courage and determination, and it's a must-see for any visitor to the city. Walk the grounds, learn about the battle, and remember the Alamo. After all that history, it's time to treat ourselves to something sweet. And in San Antonio, the place to go is Tierra Pkwy Panaderia. This legendary bakery and cafe has been a San Antonio institution for over 80 years, and for good reason. Their pastries are to die for. We're talking flaky empanadas, sugary churros, and tres leches cake that'll make you want to slap. Well, you know the drill. That's a wrap on our Texas tour. Hope y'all enjoyed the ride. From space exploration to BBQ feasts, historical landmarks to sweet treats, Texas has something for everyone. We laughed, we cried from all the delicious food, and we made some memories that'll last a lifetime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more adventures. See you next time.